Now folks, a couple different rooms that I want to point out quickly while we're actually down here. The first room would have been the room on your right hand side as you came down the steps. That room was actually rented out in the late 18 to early 1900s by the Star Gospel Missions Baptist Church, which is actually still an active church in Somerville, South Carolina. They used to come out every single Sunday to hold worship service for the prisoners, as well as they would even have their own portable organ. Now when I say portable organ for the late 1800s, folks, I'm talking about something the size of a Volkswagen Rabbit. And the poor Reverend had to push it down the street every time. So, the prisoners did say they enjoyed it. Across from that, you actually have this room. That room at one point in time was actually used as a kind of a makeshift or temporary morgue. What it is tonight is actually a plaster student's workshop. Remember in the beginning of the tour I mentioned how you would be kept in an area for 3 days to allow a family member to claim you? That was the room they chose. Now the reason why they chose that room over any other room was because the way the building has been designed, for some odd reason, the far wall on that side does not receive any direct sunlight for long periods of time. So the room actually stays relatively cooler, anywhere from 2 up to 10 degrees cooler, depending on the season. So you would much rather take a dead body and put it in a colder room than you would in a warmer room. Catty corner from that basically is the kitchen area. The kitchen was used to create meals for hundreds of mouths to eat. Food, of course, varied throughout the years. 2 biggest things that they found was actually grits for breakfast and soup or stew. The way the food was given to you, you did not sit in like a cafeteria or anything like that. It was actually brought to you through a dumbwaiter system that ran all throughout the building. And that's how they were able to eat. Now, if you were a prisoner of war, a Union soldier, you actually had a knife, a fork, and a spoon. But if you were just a normal prisoner, you typically just had a bowl, and maybe if you were lucky, a spoon too. Across from that was solitary confinement. Now, I will warn you, if you decide to stick your camera in there and take pictures, you're going to get a bunch of spooky-looking brooms and garbage bags and rulers, and yeah, it's not spooky whatsoever. Solitary confinement. There were several reasons to land you in solitary. 2 typical reasons: attacking a warden, big no-no, and attempting to escape more than one time. Yes, people tried to leave this place more than once. The room itself is actually fairly dark. In fact, I've been in this building in the middle of the daytime, and that room doesn't get any sunlight actually. So you just imagine how isolating it would have felt to be stuck in that room for a couple of hours, even a few days. Now folks, we're actually going to go ahead and continue on down this hall in just a moment. In doing so, we will be entering into the very last room of the evening. So again, once you step in there, no more flash photography. As we make our way down, it looks as though from this angle that there's only 2 steps in the doorway, but guess what? There's a third. If you miss it, you slam your toes to it and yell 4-letter words loudly in the building. Like ouch and whatnot. Also, make it a point to watch your step as we enter into that last room. It's a little bit of a lift to the door frame. If you miss it, your shoe will catch it, and it's not really fun. So, follow me.
Next step. She scared me. I thought you was gonna miss it. Lights off.
Yes.
You're gonna come downstairs, aren't you?